I'm talking today to life coach Debra Jayne Coach. Hi Debra, how are you?
I'm great, thanks, Joanne. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Debra, today we're talking about the work-life balance for working mothers. Is it possible to create a work-life balance?
Yes, absolutely. It takes quite a conscious effort to create a work-life balance, but it certainly is possible. And nowadays, working mums especially, it's quite a fine line to be drawn between actually going to work, coming home from work and leaving work behind, and then becoming a mum and having that family life and that quality time with the children, but also that me time as well, which is important to revitalize yourself and to recharge those batteries to start the next day again through it all. So yes, absolutely, it can be done. There's methods and strategies out there that can be learned, and that will enable you to gain that optimum work-life balance, but also to maintain that as well.
Can you share what one of your practical tips would be for a working mother on trying to see if their life is indeed in balance or not?
Yeah. One of the key things is looking at your priorities in life so that you're truly spending time on the things that are important to you, as opposed to just being habits or, doing things for the sake of it. And one of the great tools that you can use is called the Wheel of Life. And you very simply need to draw a circle on a piece of paper and then cut it into 6 segments. And each one of those segments represents one of your priorities in life. So it could be, for instance, work is going to go in one of those. You need to work to earn money, etc., and to give you that sense of satisfaction. You also need to look at the finance situation, what savings you have, if there's debt there involved, looking at how you manage your finances. There's also the section where you need to put in about your children or your partner. Could be a separate one or included with those, with the family, the time that's spent with the children, what needs they have, and also things like your social life, the hobbies, that downtime, the pleasure time would need to be included. And most importantly is your health and what exercise, nutrition that you have, things to keep you healthy and revitalized. And unfortunately, as most people do, is they tend to stop being healthy. They have faster meals, quicker meals, when they tend to be so busy at work, and then they rush home and there's not even enough hours in the days to do things. So exercise tends to get neglected, and poor eating habits tend to begin. And sometimes we drink too much as well, trying to cope with it all. So looking at that list of priorities, we need to then determine and give ourselves a bit of a reality check. What are they currently in each of those areas on a scale of 1 to 10? How satisfied are we with each of those areas in our lives? And looking at that clearly, you often find when somebody has got no balance or very limited balance in their lives, that all the things like the important things like your exercise, also time out with friends, socializing, time with the children, time to enjoy things, tends to be, like the 1s and 2s on a scale to 10. And work tends to be right up there, 9s and 10s. And the worrying about the financial situation is also right up there. So from learning about where your priorities are, it's looking about how you can actually then make those areas such as your family and that quality time for yourself to recharge, to what areas can you do or things you can actually physically do to improve those areas. It might mean, for instance, planning things ahead, things to look forward to with the children. That's always, key things, asking them, getting them involved, what you want to do together as a family unit. It may mean limiting your work, if you do bring work home, to just maybe 2 nights in the week, and doing it for a longer period of time, as opposed to what many people do. They think that they need to continue with their hours at home after the children have gone to bed. They continue their work. You need that time to switch off. So just limit it to 2 nights a week. Another good way at work is really determining what tasks you do each day and what methods you use and how you can streamline them in order to prevent repetitive tasks, what templates you can do or use or set up in order to save time, how you can delegate to others, how you can learn to say no to others, and not take too much on. I think many people today are feeling so pressured with their jobs, and they want to hold on to them. They don't want to make a fuss, so they take on more and more work, and often they're finding that because of redundancies, their workload has actually increased too, so they're having to then take much of their work home and complete it. So unfortunately, it does have a price in the long run. Not only are you missing out, with things that make you happy and fulfill you, and you don't work to live, you live to work, etc. It's the wrong way around. So you need to, ascertain that key thing that is important to you, and obtaining balance is essential to have that healthy, fun and fulfilling life that you deserve. So there's lots of things that you can do, and this is just a starting point.
Thank you, Debra. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you.